Welcome to our channel. Prepare to embark on a chilling journey into the twisted psyche of one of history's most notorious serial killers. Holmes was born in Gilmanton, New Hampshire. He came from a relatively ordinary background and showed intelligence from an early age. Holmes studied medicine at the University of Michigan, but displayed deviant behavior, engaging in various illegal activities such as insurance fraud and identity theft. Crimes. Holmes is best known for his murder castle in Chicago, a building constructed specifically for the purpose of committing crimes. From 1886 to 1894, Holmes carried out a series of murders and insurance fraud schemes primarily targeting young women. He lured his victims into his hotel, which was designed with secret passages, soundproof rooms, and other sinister features to facilitate his crimes. Holmes would torture, asphyxiate, or poison his victims before disposing of their bodies through methods such as dissection, cremation, or sale to medical institutions. Capture and investigation. Holmes' crimes eventually came to light after a former business partner discovered evidence of fraud and reported him to the authorities. He was initially arrested for an unrelated crime but soon became the prime suspect in the murders. Holmes was apprehended in 1894 and later confessed to killing 27 people, although the exact number of his victims remains uncertain. Legal proceedings and execution. H. Holmes was convicted of multiple murders and insurance fraud. His trial garnered significant media attention, with people captivated by the gruesome details of his crimes. In May 1896, Holmes was sentenced to death and executed by hanging. Legacy. H. Holmes' case became one of the most infamous in American criminal history. His crimes, particularly the elaborate and chilling design of his murder castle, fascinated the public. Holmes' complex web of deceit, manipulation, and sadistic acts earned him a reputation as one of the most diabolical serial killers in history. Due to the sensational nature of his crimes and his architectural feat, Holmes' story continues to captivate true crime enthusiasts, historians, and psychologists. The case of H.H. Holmes highlights the dark depths of human depravity and the potential for evil hidden behind a charming facade. Psychopathy and manipulation theory. One theory suggests that H.H. Holmes exhibited psychopathic traits, including a lack of empathy, charm, and the ability to manipulate others to achieve his sinister goals. Holmes was known for his ability to present a charismatic and respectable image to the outside world, allowing him to gain the trust of his victims. It is theorized that his psychopathic tendencies enabled him to carry out his crimes with calculated precision and maintain a facade of normalcy, making it easier for him to lure unsuspecting victims into his murder castle. Sadistic pleasure and power theory. Another theory explores the idea that H.H. Holmes derived sadistic pleasure and a sense of power from his crimes. The meticulous design of his murder castle, with its hidden rooms, secret passages, and various torture devices, suggests a desire to exert control and dominance over his victims. It is theorized that Holmes relished in the suffering and fear he inflicted upon others, deriving a perverse sense of satisfaction from their pain and helplessness. The combination of sadism and a need for power may have fueled his murderous acts. These theories aim to provide possible insights into the motivations and psychological factors that may have influenced H.H. Holmes' actions. However, it is important to note that the study of serial killers is complex, and definitive explanations may be elusive. The true motivations and underlying psychological complexities of individuals like H.H. Holmes can be challenging to fully comprehend. Speculating on what would have happened if H.H. Holmes hadn't existed involves contemplating a hypothetical scenario that can never be definitively known. However, we can explore some potential outcomes. Victim lives saved. If H.H. Holmes hadn't existed or had been apprehended before committing his crimes, the lives of his victims would have been spared. The young women he preyed upon would have been able to live their lives free from the horrors and suffering they experienced at his hands. Prevention of infamous murder castle. Without H.H. Holmes, the infamous murder castle in Chicago would not have been constructed. This macabre structure, designed for his criminal activities, would not have come into existence, and the chilling tales associated with it would not have entered the annals of true crime history. Potential impact on serial killers' popularity. The case of H.H. Holmes, with its sensational details and media coverage, played a role in shaping public interest in and fascination with serial killers. If Holmes had not existed, the absence of his crimes and subsequent media attention could have potentially altered the trajectory of public fascination with serial killers and their psychological profiles. Different cultural landscape. The absence of H.H. Holmes and the notoriety surrounding his crimes may have impacted the cultural landscape of true crime and crime reporting. The absence of his case could have influenced the public's perception and interest in criminal psychology, forensic science, and the understanding of serial killers. It is essential to remember that any speculation about alternative outcomes is purely hypothetical. Holmes' crimes caused immeasurable pain and suffering, and our focus should remain on the victims and their families. Understanding the potential implications of his absence helps highlight the ripple effects of his actions, but it is impossible to fully grasp the intricacies of what might have transpired in a world without his crimes. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey into the dark realm of serial killers. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights and a deeper understanding of these complex and haunting figures. If you found this content thought-provoking and informative, we would greatly appreciate your likes, comments, and shares